our phones were in one spot. Like as a kid, if I wanted to talk to my friends, I'd have to leave the bedroom, go down to the kitchen where the landline was, and talk to them while sitting on a chair. Lately, I've been thinking about that time a lot because my phone is just always there. Wherever I go, my phone goes with me. If I go on a walk, I'm scrolling on my phone. If I'm eating dinner, I'm probably watching Netflix. If I'm brushing my teeth, I'm listening to an audiobook. And this got me thinking, is there a way to make my iPhone into a landline? Is there a way to take all the amazing capabilities of my iPhone, like the fact that it has maps and social media and the internet access, and keep that amazing technology but take the convenience away of it always being in my pocket? So this week, I'm making my phone into a landline. I really hemmed and hawed about how I'm gonna do it. I got really techie about it, and then I decided I'm just gonna tie a piece of string from my phone to the wall and call it a day. Before we jump into the week, I just want to establish some rules. Number one, I cannot use my iPad to replace my phone. So if I would usually take my phone to the gym to play music off of, I can't then use my iPad to provide the same function. Number two, I can move my phone to charge it, but when it's on the charger, I cannot touch it. I can only put it on the charger, leave it there until it charges, put it back on the string, and then once that is complete, I can then use it from the string. But when it is on the charger in the bedroom or the living room, I cannot touch it. That's it. It's pretty simple. Basically, I can only go on my phone in this spot. I started this challenge on a Sunday evening. I made my gorgeous landline. It looked so pretty. Nothing interesting really happened the first night. I was just watching TV and hanging out with my partner. So we're gonna skip to Monday. Monday morning was super productive. I usually play something on my phone to start my day, whether that's music or an audiobook. But because I didn't have that option, I actually ended up opting for a vinyl. And that was so much better. I loved putting on my little Ella Fitzgerald and making my coffee this morning. It was amazing. I made my coffee, I journaled, I fixed my nail that I had broken the day before. I just had a very slow and wholesome morning, which really hadn't happened in a long time because I'm usually on my phone immediately, and it just takes up so much of my morning and takes up so much time for me that because I wasn't able to touch it for the entire morning unless I wanted to sit on my bathroom floor, I just felt very free and productive. I honestly was having the time of my life this morning until my friends invited me to the gym and I didn't go. Literally because I was like, what do I do at the gym? I usually, when I go to the gym, I listen to a treadmill strut playlist. I think her name is Ali Bennett, the creator, but she does treadmill strut playlists where you walk and then run to the beat of the music, and that's my workout when I go to the gym. I listen to those with my headphones, but without my phone, I couldn't do that. So when my friends asked me to go to the gym, I was just like, I guess no, because I don't know what I would do there. I don't know how to work out without music. So that's been my main roadblock so far. Other than that, my workday has been pretty much business as usual. I've just been filming, editing from my desk, all things I can do on my laptop. Don't really need my phone for that. I haven't left the house yet today. I think because I don't want to leave my phone behind. Usually at this point in the day, I would have gone on a walk or gone to a cafe to get a coffee or something. None of the above has happened. I've been inside all day. So I really should get out of the house before my workday is over. Maybe I can get some photos to edit or something and put those on my laptop and walk to a cafe to work from there. But I just don't want to be without my phone. I'm just anxious about leaving the house without my phone. Anyway, I guess we will attempt that together. Let's see. And here begins the tradition of me sitting on my bathroom floor, trying to respond to every single notification and get my scrolling fix in before I leave the house. I waved my phone goodbye and we were off to experience the world without Taylor Swift playing in my ears, and honestly, it wasn't half bad. I really enjoy eavesdropping, and the way I got so much town gossip on this outing, I was listening to everything that everyone had to say. I was like, oh my god. The cafe process was pretty easy, other than the fact that I do usually pay with my phone. So when I got up to the counter to pay, I actually freaked out for a second because I thought that I didn't bring my wallet, but I did end up having it, so no worries. My wallet is something I forget at home all the time without thinking twice about it. So this week I really had to be remember your wallet, because or else you are screwed if I don't have my phone to use Apple Pay. I got a lot more work done at this cafe than I usually do. I was literally on fire. I was running so ahead of schedule, which honestly is something that hasn't happened in a long time. So I walked my butt over to the park. It is 4 p.m. and I'm done all my work for the day, which is crazy. I usually work straight through till 6 p.m. and I can blame this entirely on the fact that I haven't had my phone today, and I got so much work done. Even in the cafe, I would usually end up scrolling on my phone for 15-20 minutes, but that wasn't an issue at all, which was shocking. I've just been really productive. I'm not sure if it's because I had a good sleep last night, but I'm pretty sure it's just because my phone usage is way down today. So today was a success so far. I actually have so much time after finishing all my work so early that I'm going to read in the park for like an hour to end my day off, and that feels amazing. I have not read in like 5 days because I've been so busy. So interesting that the one day I don't have my phone is the one day that I actually have enough time to read and engage in my hobbies. Funny how that works. Anyways, I'm gonna go read now. Feeling pretty good about today. Hopefully the good vibes keep going. As you can see in this video, I am on page 141 of this book. Would you believe me if I told you I finished this book this day? I finished it that evening. Later that night, Jerry was playing Last of Us, and I was kind of watching him play that for a bit, but I usually would just go on my phone at this time. But instead of doing that, I read the entire evening. I was just reading, and I love reading. I'm an avid reader. I love it. But honestly, I don't remember the last time that I read 150 pages of a book in one day. I read every day, but it's usually like 20 to 30 pages. So just like binging a book like that was so nice, and I 100% would not have done this if I had had access to my phone this day. Because I got so much stuff done and I was so productive earlier in the day, I wasn't even tempted to be on my laptop and working at this time. So all in all, I left day one feeling extremely good about myself. Thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring this portion of today's video. In this video, I'm really focused on routines and making my daily rituals, no pun intended, very fulfilling and just making my day-to-day life better through routine. Ritual has really helped me with this a lot. I've mentioned this a few times online, but I have been really struggling with my sleep lately. The past 6 months have been quite difficult for me because of this. I do all the things I should. I wear earplugs, I avoid blue light 1 hour before bed, I wear a sleep mask, I make the room a good temperature, but for some reason it's just something that I've really been struggling with. This magnesium from Ritual has been helping me a lot. Not only has it been helping me sleep, but I also love getting to make my little sleepy drink before bed. This is vegan, sugar-free, gluten and soy-free. And because it's magnesium, not only does it help with sleep, which is amazing for me, but it also helps with muscle relaxation. Being able to actually walk upstairs after leg day, lovely. It's been so nice. I'm a magnesium fan. I've tried many magnesiums in the past, but this is the only one I've tried that I actually like the taste of. I actually look forward to drinking this and I'm not like chugging it trying to force it down. Ritual offers a lot of other products. Stress relief supplements are one of them. They also offer melatonin. My container is basically gone because I love these. And also protein, which is someone who doesn't eat much meat. I try to get some protein in. And again, I'm not a protein lover because I don't usually like the taste of it, but I actually like the taste of this one, which is ideal. Obviously check with your doctor before going on any supplements and make sure that they work for you. And if anything I showed piqued your interest, Ritual is offering you 25% off your order. Go to my link in the description to get all the details. Thank you so much to Ritual. And let's go back to the video and see what Tuesday has to offer. Good morning! I have a few things to say. Number one, you're gonna realize in this video that I basically live in robes. This is my uniform for being an influencer. Number two, I miss my phone. Number three, I don't miss my phone though because I'm reading so much and that feels amazing. Number four, I love you. I think throughout this week, you're going to see that the morning routine was one of my favorite parts of this experience. I really took time to make my coffee slowly and just wake up slower than I usually do. Waking up and sitting with my thoughts instead of filling my head with 10 different algorithms first thing in the day was a very good feeling. I would recommend that you try it as well. It was slower than usual and I found a lot of joy in this time. Tuesday was a very long filming day, so I didn't really have to leave the house, so the phonelessness wasn't a huge factor in my day. Something I did notice though was that I was inside this entire day, and I usually don't do that. I usually do try to get outside at least once a day. I could have left the house. Yes, I had a very jam-packed filming schedule, but I did have like 20 minutes I could have gone on a walk. Instead of doing that though, I sat and watched Gilmore Girls, and I feel like a huge reason why I didn't was because I didn't want to just go on a walk without my headphones. Like I really was in the mood to consume some media, and because I'm not having my phone with me when I'm outside the house, I wasn't really wanting to leave the house because in order to watch something or consume something, I had to be indoors. The evening was a lot more exciting than the day. I did actually leave the house. Everybody clap and cheer, but I'll let past me explain that. Hello, past Taylor reporting to duty. It is Wednesday morning, but I'm here to talk about Tuesday night. Last night, Jeremy planned a little impromptu date night, which would have been so much fun to talk about how that went without a phone. But would you know what? We walk our butts over to the sushi spot. We sit down. I say, "Can I use your phone to take some clips for the vlog?" He says, "I left my phone at home charging." Double homicide, no phones for either of us. I was kind of stressed, but you know what? It was lovely having no phones. lovely. We literally had like, we were talking about this on the way back because we were actually talking on our phones. Not that we're like phone obsessed people, but it does take a little bit out of a date night, like having your phone on you. Even when you're pulling it out to pay, I feel like you still like quickly look through notifications and then put it back. Like I just found that we were both like so present, and like we're both people who don't have insanely high screen time. We both like mutually put our phones down whenever like we're having a date night or anything, but still I just feel like not having them even in our pockets was just like that extra step of like being so present. It was really, really nice. Again, there were no phones in the premises, so there's no vlog clips, but I will show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna give you a good idea. We had sushi. We walked to the Parliament of Canada. We got McDonald's on the way home. We got a McFlurry. I hadn't had a McFlurry for years. This was our date night. Do you feel like you were there with us? I hope you do. Once we got home from date night, we had a very chill evening. We watched Survivor on the couch, had some snackies, and then washed our faces, did our skincare routines, and went to bed. One thing that I really noticed is that when I'm watching TV, I'm a lot more present. I do find that when I watch TV, usually I'm on my phone as well, and I'm scrolling social media. I got like so much more into the Survivor episode than I usually do. I was just so like locked in and so interested in what was happening, and I just felt like I was enjoying it more than I usually do, and I really enjoy old Survivor seasons, so that's saying a lot. I don't know, just the lack of having like the double screen, I'm just able to really give my attention like fully to the show and be present, and then like Jared and I can talk about what's happening in the show and we're not distracted. Usually I find it's like me on my phone while Jeremy's like fully locked in on Survivor and I'm like half and half, but like just being like fully present on one screen was so nice. I know, revolutionary that when your attention isn't split up to multiple things, it's a lot more fun. Anyway, it is Wednesday morning now. Good morning. We made our coffees, gonna have our coffees on the couch, and I'm gonna watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. The season finale is out today, so I'm very, very excited. I feel like I'm gonna cry. And again, I usually have my phone on me while I'm watching, so I'm excited to be fully locked in and give all my attention to this because I've been really anticipating this final episode, so I'm really excited to see how that goes. It's gonna be a good day. Happy Wednesday. Today is about to be a lot more interesting because I'm going to the gym and I am very scared. This isn't my usual gym, but I've been craving going to a spin class for a while. And I got a free couple weeks through this like coupon thing I had, whatever, long story. Basically it's free. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go to this like bougier gym. Let's go to a spin class. Let's vibe. I'm extremely nervous for a few reasons. Number one, I don't know if I need my phone to check in. At my regular gym, you need your phone. So I'm actually still trying to figure out if I can even go there this week. So I don't think I can. I think I need my phone to get in. But I don't know the vibe at this one, but I hope that I'll show up and I'll be like, I'm new here, and they'll let me in no matter what. If I can just be like, oh, I didn't know I needed that. I don't know. Let's change into my gym clothes in 3, 2, 1. I'm like actually not even done getting ready, but I need to leave in 2 minutes. And I also need to upload a video to YouTube or Instagram rather before then. And I'm frustrated because I would usually just do this on my walk somewhere because I can work from my phone. But right now I can't do that because my phone is stuck to the wall. So I need to make sure I get this video uploaded, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna be late if I do this, but it needs to be up before I go. Anyways, right now I'm really hating this experiment because all I wanna do is walk to the gym and on my walk, get this done. I'm officially bordering on being extremely late right now, and I know that it'll take me a while to set up my bike because I haven't been to a spin class in a while. Oh my god. And now I have to walk to the gym without music. I also haven't eaten. I need to eat something. I'm gonna bring 2 bananas and 2 clementines just in case I get sick. Let's go to the gym without my phone. Oh, fuck. I'm going in. Wish me luck. I'll let you know how it goes. I also could be late right now, and I would have no idea because I don't have the time. Awesome. That workout was extremely tough, but honestly, being there without my phone, kind of nice. I actually got back and checked my phone, and I had like so many work emails, and I just know that if I would have seen those on my walk to the spin class, I would have like freaked the fuck out, and I would have been like, oh my god, I keep dropping my peel. I definitely would have been like, I don't want to go in, I want to just make sure I get to these emails, and then I would have thought about the emails the entire spin class, but instead, I didn't have my phone. I had an amazing spin class and I didn't think about work one time. And honestly, that is very nice. I'm gonna hop in the shower because I got ahead of schedule earlier in the week. I have a little bit of flex time today. I need to get a couple more hours of editing in, but I was thinking we could maybe go to a bookstore, maybe go thrifting. If my phone wasn't a landline right now, guarantee I would take my phone and I would sit on the couch for like 45 minutes getting nothing done. But because I don't want to sit on my bathroom floor, I don't really want to go on my phone. So I feel like my time transitioning between tasks, like coming home to transitioning to getting in the shower, used to take me like at least 5 minutes between every single thing. But now I'm like next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing, because I don't have like a distraction between every single thing that I'm doing. Because I'm not giving myself the reward of checking my phone as soon as I finish every single task. I don't know if it's the endorphins from the workout, but I love this. It's only 2 hours later and I'm not loving it as much now because I have to go get on the bus. And I'm pretty sure I can pay for the bus with my credit card. That shouldn't be an issue. I've always used my phone, but I'm pretty sure you can pay with a credit card. So I hope that's the case because it's either a credit card or cash and I don't have coins with me. So if I can't pay with credit card, I'm just not gonna be able to get on the bus. So that'll be stressful. And then also, I just like am not gonna know when the bus is gonna come because usually when I grab the bus, I'm like sitting there on my phone, like waiting for it to like be close. Like it's for Google Maps, like, oh, it'll be there in 2 minutes. But like, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So I'm just gonna sit there like this. This is the outfit. I'm not gonna have on slippers though. I'm gonna put on real big girl shoes. And we are gonna go. I have a book with me because I'm gonna read. We are going to a bookstore. I'm just dropping some things off because I have some books to declutter. So I just have a couple of those in here because they like, it's a used bookstore, so they buy books from you and then they'll like resell them. I'm gonna drop some books off there. I have Upstream by Mary Oliver to read while I'm on the bus because again, I'm not gonna have my phone. And then I brought my journal because maybe I'll grab a coffee and journal, but maybe I'll just head home after. I'm also hoping to get my brows done, but again, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I don't know why I feel like I can't do anything without my phone, but it's just something about like going to get my brows done. I feel like I need my phone to do that. I don't know why. Listen, I'm not a bus person. Not because I don't love public transit, because I do. I am all for cities pouring money into the public transit. I just say that I'm not a bus person because I usually prefer to walk or bike places, but I do prefer the bus over driving usually. So I really don't use the bus very often, and I am definitely not familiar with the bus routes in my city. And then let's add on the fact that I'm phoneless. I didn't know the time because I didn't own a watch. And also I knew that you could use your phone to pay for the bus, but I wasn't sure if I could use just my credit card to pay for it. I was stressed. I didn't take any footage of me on the bus because as it turns out, 3:45 p.m., hot time to be on the bus going home. It was packed shoulder to shoulder and there was no way I was whipping out my camera in the middle of all that. I found my bus stop and when I had looked at the maps earlier in the day, it had told me that the bus comes every 15 minutes. So I just waited there, again, not knowing how much time had passed, and I just sat there waiting. But a bus did eventually come, so it was all worth it. And I ended up being able to pay with my credit card, so everything went pretty smoothly. Except for when I got on the bus, I realized that I had no idea what stop I was getting off at. I knew the bookstore I was going to in the area that it was in, so I just kind of waited to see when I thought I could get off. I'm pretty sure I got off one stop too early, but again, had no way to check that because I didn't have my phone. So I ended up having to go on a little bit of a walk, but worse things have happened. After popping around the bookstore for a bit, I decided that it was time to head to get my eyebrows waxed. So I decided to hop on the bus again, and we'll just see how that goes. Guys, I messed up pretty bad because I just realized I didn't look up the address of the place that does eyebrow waxing. I think I remember what street it's on, so I'm just gonna go look around that street until I find it. But that was something I'm just not used to doing because I always have my phone to look up the address, but I am kind of lost right now, which is not scary because I know my way home if I grab a bus, but I am like kind of running low on time. I mean, I think I am. Again, I don't know. I don't know the time. I walked in to sell my books and then the guy was like, we only take books until 4 p.m. And I was like, oh, and I have no idea what time it was at that time. He did it for me anyways. Apparently I was late. I'm just gonna try and find like any nail place because any nail place usually also does waxing. So that's my plan. After 10 minutes of walking around, I did in fact find it. I'm still not sure if this was the place that I was supposed to go to, but I really don't care as long as the eyebrows are done. Proud of myself for finding it. I simply had to walk up and down the street until I found it. It was humbling. Now time to sit on the bathroom floor with my phone on a string. This morning I went on a little hour-long walk with my friend, and then at 12 p.m. I have another spin class to attend to, and then at 1:30 I have a haircut. Between those events, I am just editing, trying to get ahead of my YouTube schedule as much as possible, and the phone, it's been annoying. Today when I went downstairs, Today, I was meeting my friend for a walk, and I had to just text her and be like, I'm going to be at this location at this time, and if you are late, I don't have my phone. So I'm going to sit there until you come. And she was late. She was 20 minutes late, and I just sat. I didn't bring a book. I didn't bring anything. I sat. It wasn't her fault that she was late. There was no problem there. But if I had had my phone on me, she would have been like, hey, I'm going to be late, and I probably would have gone, like, grabbed a coffee or something, but I couldn't leave that location. I was stuck there, sitting on a street corner, just, like, waiting. That kind of sucked. However, I had a great 20 minutes with my thoughts. I just, like, daydreamed and thought about stuff, and that was also a lot nicer than scrolling. So I don't know. I don't know if that was, like, a moment where I was like, I really wish I had my phone, or if that was a moment where I was happy to not have it. I'm still not sure yet. I think that's kind of been, like, a lot of this video is me being like, I didn't have my phone. It was annoying in the moment. But looking back, was that kind of nice? Not sure yet. Haven't made a conclusion. I'm a little bit nervous about a hair appointment because I have inspo photos. I want to show the hairdresser of what I want. I think I'm gonna chop it off. I want to show my hairdresser inspo photos, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna just bring my laptop with me and show her photos from my laptop. I'm not sure if that's cheating. I told myself I wouldn't use my iPad to replace my phone. Didn't mention laptop. I don't know. I can't print them off though. I could email them to her in advance. I think that might be the move. I'm gonna do that right now actually. Email her the inspo photos, and then she's gonna be like, why the hell are you emailing these to me? And then I'll explain to her when I'm in person what's happening here. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now actually. I feel so smart for thinking about that. So much going on up here, so many thoughts. I will chat with you later. I need to go get so much work done. I'm actually so stressed right now because I'm taking time off to go get my haircut today, so I'm feeling behind schedule. I'm heading out to the gym now. I'm doing another spin class today. Saying goodbye to my phone. I will miss it. I think I'm gonna try and run home quickly in between the gym class and my haircut so that I can wash my body. See you when I get home from the gym. I'm back. I showered. Now I'm eating, and now I am eating. Just kidding. This is a pretty bad outfit. We have to go. I'm running late. Did not have time to put any makeup on. I'm almost there, and I forgot to tell you guys when I left that I actually wrote down the address on this piece of paper because like a 30-minute walk away, and I was kind of not like very confident where I was. We were almost there now, and I think I'm not gonna get lost, but I will update you. I decided impulsively today that I do want to kind of chop my hair off. Not like a bunch, but like I'm thinking a long bob would be a vibe. We might not even make it there. The walk was 30 minutes. I left 25 minutes, so I left 5 minutes late, but I'm hoping my pace made up for some. So this haircut went fine. I found my way there. I was 4 minutes late. Then at the end of the appointment, I pull out my credit card and I say, it's on card. And they look at me and they go, I do everything by e-transfer here. Yeah. So the way that I literally froze up, I was like, I guess I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't have my phone with me right now. I'm unable to e-transfer. What do you want me to do? Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, they were very kind and they let me go home to e-transfer them. And the way that I literally ran home to e-transfer them so fast, I gave a fat tip. I just was like, I'm so sorry for doing this, for making it an inconvenience. So I ended up probably tipping more than I would have because I felt bad. So I kind of lost money because I didn't have my phone with me this day. But what can you do? Guys, my hair is really short. Guys, other than the payment mishap, the entire thing was fine. I ended up finding my way into the building. Okay. I didn't really know what to do in the waiting room because I forgot to bring a book, so I was just there like twiddling my thumbs, like gonna go clean the kitchen now. Today I have to drive, so that'll be an interesting experiment. So I just dropped Jeremy off work and I now have to drive home. However, I've never really, driven home without the GPS before. I'm a little bit scared. I will say that. I really don't do this too often, and when I do, I've always just used the GPS. Or like Google Maps, not a real, the GPS of my phone. So we will see if I get home in a timely manner. It should not take me that long to get home, but I have a feeling we might end up doing circles. I know the city well enough to know that, like, I could get home if I really just wanted to, like, find a road and follow it, but it wouldn't be the right way home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know the major roads and how to get to my house from them, but, like, I know that would be, like, the significantly longer way to go. So I'm going to try to get home in a way that is, you know, not gonna take forever. If that makes sense. I will update you on how this goes. I'm thinking it's gonna go poorly. Update, already made my first wrong turn, but I corrected it and I knew that it was the wrong turn. So I'll give myself a high five for that. Did I just end up in a left turning lane and have to turn left because I was too scared to merge into the right lane, and then I had to do a loop around an entire little block like 3 times in order to get in the correct lane again? Well, yes, that did just happen. What about it? We survived the treacherous world that is driving without Google Maps. Everybody clap and cheer. It actually wasn't that bad. I just really had to, like, think about where I was going. The main thing wasn't the actual directions. It was just, like, I love when Google Maps is like, get in the right lane, get in the left lane. It was the lanes that really caused me some issue there, because I never knew, like, I was in, like, I ended up being in an accidental turning lane, like, 3 times, but anyways, it was fine. And now I'm gonna go walk and get some things from Shoppers. I need some eyelashes, because I'm in a wedding tomorrow, actually. Fun. I need to pick up a couple things, like, I need some brow dye, because mine has run out. I need to dye my brows, and then I also need lashes, and then I think I need hairspray. But actually, I'm gonna see if one of the other girls that's going to the wedding has hairspray, so I can just, like, explore some of theirs. The thing with buying beauty items, at least for me, is that I don't really know too much about beauty items, so whenever I go and shop for them in person, I mostly, like, stand there in the aisle and I Google the product on my phone and I look at reviews before buying it. So without having my phone, I'm not going to be able to do that, and I really enjoy doing that, but hopefully I end up with some good products, and we shall see. New discovery alert. It actually turns out that if you need information on products, you actually can just ask the employees. Yeah, huge discovery for me, honestly. I was like, wait, I can just ask someone about this. Oh, okay. I never do this. I always just Google everything. I look at TikToks, look at reviews. I try to look at what people are saying in customer reviews. I needed eyelashes for a wedding. I just went up to the girl working at the beauty counter and I was like, I don't know how to apply lashes. I need the easiest possible solution for me. Help. And she helped me. I actually ended up telling her that I was in a wedding this weekend and that's why I needed the lashes. And we had an amazing conversation about, like, how stressful it is to be in a wedding party and things. And honestly, it was great. I felt like I had a great connection. I had a great time just chatting with her. And I'm so happy I didn't have my phone and was kind of forced to have that conversation. It was lovely. Shoppers haul. I got the cheapest nail polish I could find. It's in this green color, which I think looks objectively ugly, but I think it's really pretty. I think it'll be cute. I just need to use this on my toes, so you guys aren't going to see that, because there's absolutely no chance I'm going to do a foot shot for you on this video. I also got these little wispy lashes. The girl said she hadn't tried these ones yet, so I don't know, but I like the fact that they were pre-glued and they were the only set that came with the tweezers, and the tweezers on their own were $15. So this was the best deal in the way that I got lashes and I got tweezers. And there's actually enough in here that I feel like I could test them out today. I've only had fake lashes on twice in my life, and both of those were done by a makeup artist for both my sister's weddings. So this time is, like, the only time I've ever put lashes on myself. So I'm actually gonna try and do this today to figure it out. And then I refilled on my Just for Men beard dye, which is what I use as brow dye. I need to do my toes, do my lashes, do my brows. Oh my god, the most important thing that I bought, the most important thing that this video has taught me is that I need a watch. I need a watch. This one's honestly pretty cheap. I've looked at thrift stores for a watch for, like, the last year. Like, every time I go thrifting, I look at the jewelry display case, and there hasn't been one. So this one was only $10, and it has, like, a really nice big face. Oh my god, look at this angle I'm trying to show you at. I like how big the watch face is. It's not set to the right time right now. But I thought it would just be, like, a good beginner watch, see if I wear it much, and then if I do wear it, I'll, like, look to source, like, a nice vintage real leather one. I had to get the leather strap because I am allergic to the cold. I have cold urticaria, if you didn't know. which just means like when I get cold, I get a lot of hives. So having like a metal band would definitely like break me out whenever the metal would be cold. So I went for a faux leather band for that reason. But yeah, I'm excited to see if I use this and if I actually go to this instead of my phone, because I think that will be like really nice if I do end up like going for this over my phone to check the time in the future. I also just think it looks like really beautiful. So anyways, got that. That's probably the most exciting thing, okay? I'm gonna go beautify myself. We're gonna start with brow dye. These have to sit for 10 minutes, and I think I'm going to attempt the lashes in that time. It's not going well. I need to take my mascara off, I think. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't put them on with mascara.
Easy and mess-free. Perfect for beginners.
I'm kind of a little bit freaking out right now. Ah, I dropped it. I'll let you know when I finish this and I've actually figured my shit out. And we never saw her again. Honestly, Friday ended up being a very chaotic day because I needed to hustle out the door to a rehearsal dinner for the wedding that I was in. But trust and believe, I learned how to put on my lashes and my brows looked amazing. I thought this was the end of the video. I was running out the door at 5 p.m. on Friday. I took my phone off the string. I had it in my hand outside of the bathroom for the first time in 5 days. I felt so good. I thought that this video was over, but I was wrong. Here's a little story for you about how the landline video ended up accidentally continuing for the entire weekend. Friday night, I had my phone, as you know. I took it off the string. I got in my car. I went and picked up Jeremy from work, and then we drove to the rehearsal dinner for the wedding that I was going to be in on Saturday. We did the rehearsal dinner. Everything was great. I went back to the hotel with the bridal party, still had my phone, went to bed, woke up, it's wedding day, still had my phone, didn't really go on it at all, but I had it. We get dressed up. We do all the fun wedding things. We head to the venue to get married. My boyfriend is actually driving the wedding party from the hotel to the wedding venue. He's driving someone else's car, but we all pile in this car, and I have all my stuff from the rehearsal dinner and the wedding day, all my stuff, I put it in this car to get it to the wedding venue because we're not going back to the hotel. So my clothes, my shoes, my outfits, my phone, my camera, you see where we're going here, it's in this car. We get to the wedding venue, we get out. The bride and the groom, they get married. All of my stuff is still in the car. Jeremy has the car key. Jeremy finds the owner of the car, gives them the car key. All is fine at this point. Everyone's all hunky-dory. We do the speeches, we do dinner. The entire wedding's happening. We do the dance. It's pretty early in the night. It's like 11 p.m. Like, it's getting to near the end of the wedding, but like, it's not the end of the wedding at all. Like, the last shuttle was leaving at 1 a.m. And I look around and I go, the owner of the car, did they leave? And someone goes, yeah, they grabbed a cab home. Surely they didn't with the key in their pocket, with the car that holds my phone. And then I look at Jeremy and I go, Jared, do you have your phone? And he goes, no, I also left it in the car. So we are homeless. We're in a city that my parents live in, but my parents have already left the wedding and they're home. So it's just me and my boyfriend, both phoneless, both haven't seen our phones in like, at this point, it's like 11 p.m. We haven't seen our phones since 3. And I'm gonna admit it, a little bit drunk at this point. How are we getting home? We take the last shuttle from the wedding venue to the hotel the shuttle's dropping us off at. And then we need to find a cab home to my parents' house. We're trying to figure out how to do this. I'm not gonna lie to you, my brain was about working at 20% of its capacity. And well, full capacity for that moment, but 20% of its regular capacity. Trying to figure out how to get there. We found someone who had a phone that would let us call a cab company off of it. So we used that, and then we got home. Only one of us had their wallet. I did. Go me, I had my wallet. I don't know why I had my wallet, but thank God I did. And I was able to get us home. The next morning though, I wake up, we have no alarm. So we sleep until 10 a.m., which is fine, whatever. But like, don't prefer to do that. But again, don't have a phone, and we were in a basement, so there was no sun to tell me what time it was. So we just kept sleeping. We wake up and still like no way to find my phone, and I ended up having to use my parents' landline to coordinate how to get my phone back and all of our belongings. So I just want you to know that there's no photo evidence or video evidence of any of this because I thought that this video was over. I didn't have a camera on me. It was also locked in the car. And of course, no phones to film any of this. But just know that I ended my landline week using my parents' actual landline, calling people to try and figure out how I was going to get my belongings back. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I finished landline week, by using an actual landline and having my phone go missing for over 24 hours with all of my belongings. What outfit did I have to wear to go pick up my phone? Oh, my bridesmaid's dress, because that was the only thing I had on me. That was the only piece of clothing to my name at that moment. So I just needed to share that with you. Even though the video ended, the challenge actually got significantly harder for me over the weekend. So now I wanted to talk about things that I learned from this week, then talk about things I loved about doing this and things I hated about doing it, and kind of what I'm going to implement in my life moving forward. Some lessons that I learned is that I love having a designated spot for my phone. I honestly really enjoyed this, like not having it on my desk when I was working was so nice and something I've actually implemented moving forward. I no longer keep my phone on my desk when I'm working, and I actually have continued to leave it in the bathroom a lot, not tied to a string, but I just leave it on that red shelf quite often now. I'm actually thinking of making a little clay box that like is a spot for my phone, like kind of like a phone jail, which I think would just be like really fun to like have like an intentionally like when it's in this box, it's off limits to me, and it's kind of like a really, I don't know, I think that'd be like really good like trigger for like this phone is away and it's now time to work, no time to touch the phone. Yeah, I definitely really love just having it not on me 24/7. It was a really good feeling. I also learned that I don't really need my phone as much as I thought I did. Like, it was so easy grabbing the bus without my phone. I did get off at the wrong stop, but if I had just like taken note of the stop I need to get off of before I left, it would have been fine. I just didn't do that. I also knew that I was maybe doing that, and I just like didn't mind going like walking for like 4 extra blocks or whatever. But yeah, I really didn't need my phone for that bus ride, and that was kind of like a really good feeling. Also, for looking at reviews when I was shopping, like I didn't need my phone. I felt like I did, but I didn't. It was actually really great to talk to people instead of looking up reviews online, and that was like a really good experience. And finally, leaving the house without your phone is not as scary as it may seem. Like, I really overhyped how scary that was going to be, and it wasn't scary at all. If you're going at night, different story. Like, I actually probably would never have gone out at night without my phone, just from like having Find My for my friends to see my location, things like that. That's a different story. But during the day, I felt completely fine without it. So things I loved about this experiment is that I felt like so much more productive, and I felt like I had so much time for my hobbies, and my time was spent like very intentionally this entire week, and that was awesome. Things I didn't love as much is I felt like I didn't leave the house as much as I would have liked. Like, I didn't go on walks as often. And again, I think that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, where like I think if I was able to listen to an audiobook, I would have wanted to go on a walk more, things like that. Same with going to the gym. I had to say no to those plans because I was like, I don't know how to go to the gym without my headphones. Yeah, I think it did kind of keep me inside more than I would have liked, and I think that's something to work on, and some like a really good reason to have your phone with you, because it kind of forces you out of the house, or not, it doesn't force you out of the house, but it allows you to leave the house while still having some entertainment via like audio. And I really do love my audiobooks and podcasts and music, so that's a huge kind of thing to leave behind for me. All in all, though, this experiment was really fun. I'd be open to trying it for a longer time period if you'd be interested in that, or if you have any other phone challenges, like de-digitizing challenges you want me to try, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to know like what else you want to see. If you like these style of videos, let me know. I would love to make more of them. 60% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and that is criminal, and you can go to jail for that. So you should definitely subscribe and hit the bell. It is completely free, and it helps me out so much. I am super new to being an influencer and being a creator, and every time someone subscribes to my channel, it makes this dream of mine become more and more a reality, and I really appreciate it, and I just really appreciate you being here. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing day, and bye!